Well, as we all predicted, the dreaded rain is back at the Ketarama Stadium. But the silver lining in that is not all of the outfield is covered.
And I'll give you another silver lining. We were constantly harping on earlier today and even yesterday a 10:36 cutoff. You'd think, okay, we're dangerously close to that, but that was for a 20 over match. What that means is that if you had to play out 20 full overs in the second innings, you needed to start by 10:36. But because 11 overs have already been played, I think you would be looking at a cutoff time at 11ish.
11ish, yep. So Nikhil is joining us from the Ketarama, and Nikhil, the rain has eased off or it's steady?
It has. Just give me a second, guys. I am having trouble hearing you guys. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Just going to be fixing that. And
Crossing, was it?
okay.
No,
Crossing.
wobbly. Crossing.
No? Was he holding it though?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Holding
Yes,
it
yes.
seam up.
Yeah, but I think, now it was frozen, now it's...
No.
Yeah.
So, the good news is that I can't see rain right now.
Okay.
So it did come
Thought you
down
were
a
gonna
bit.
say
It was a bit of a
North East.
drizzle. It was a bit of a drizzle, but now the drizzle seems to have also vanished. And what happened that when it was drizzling a bit, the ground staff came and covered the ground as they usually do with the covers. And about 70% of the ground is covered. The 30% was remaining, but they stopped there because the rain had stopped. So as soon as the rain stopped, they've stopped covering the ground as well. They've left the 30% open. The ground staff is standing there, in preparation of if the rain was to come again, quickly they'll cover the remaining 30%. But they're just standing because there is a possibility they will be told that quickly take the covers off. The 70% that you put, take them off as well. So fingers crossed, because you're just 9 overs away from an official game, and that's very crucial. As you know, if the game is to start and I'm Rohit Sharma, I'm ringing Ravindra Jadeja right away, telling him to bowl those famous 60, 90-second overs that he can bowl
Yes.
and finish it off. Do those 20 overs, the remaining 9 overs, and then from there on you can obviously rotate and go forward, because the target I think is 187. So 143 from here in 9 overs, that ain't happening, guys. So
Yeah, and also
bring
you
in
have to
anybody.
remember, 187 odd would be, I think, also keeping DLS scores in mind. Remember, they've lost 2 wickets.
Yeah.
That will also cause an impact, because normally when you lose wickets, it
shoots
tends to
up.
shoot up the expected score. So,
Yep.
Bad news if you're a Pakistan
oh,
supporter.
definitely.
I mean, anyway, it was bad news looking at the way how they even started the innings.
They're tentative.
They just
Pokey.
couldn't lay bat to ball against the pace and swing of Bumrah. And Hardik Pandya capitalized on it, and the delivery, I think, to get rid of Babar Azam, I think was fantabulous. Good length, nip backs in of the
Sharp.
seam. Big
Initially
gap,
I thought,
then tap.
real time I thought, Babar would have gotten something on it. Maybe it was an inside edge, went in, but that replay clearly showed that there was a gap, and Hardik Pandya with that cutter of sorts, the one it jacked back in, and there was no contact at all. Just castled the Pakistan skipper over there, and that, by the way, would have dashed, if not all hopes, a major chunk of hopes if you're a Pakistan supporter.
I would say 70% of your hopes are done.
Yeah.
30% is on Babar Azam, on Mohammad Rizwan. That is how the Pakistan batting is, very reliant on personalities.
It has, but we've seen that in the past, Siddharth, that this middle order has given you runs. Again,
Actually, I'll say it's the lower middle order.
lower middle order. Perhaps you saw Shadab get you runs the other day.
And he bats at number 7, man.
You saw Iftikhar get to his maiden 100 not too long back
Against Nepal.
against Nepal. Or was it against
Nepal.
Afghanistan?
Nepal. It was the first match of the Asia.
Yeah, Babar got 151 and Iftikhar got you that. And Pakistan didn't bat in the game against India.
Yeah.
It was like gully cricket for them. But
So I'm saying it's not all doom and gloom, let's say, for Pakistan, but that's not to say that India aren't the firm favourites from where we are at the moment. What a brilliant start, both with the bat and ball. Of course, we're going to be focusing much more on the bowling aspect. Is Nikhil still with us?
Yeah, he is. I think he's adjusting.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am with you guys. Yeah.
So they have covered 70% of the ground, but they're still awaiting instructions in case there is more rain or there is no rain interruptions at this
There is no rain as of now. No rain, not even a drizzle. No rain at all. Zilch.
Okay. Okay,
Nothing.
okay.
So what this could mean is for all of you guys, again, just to reiterate, since Nikhil tells us that there's no rain, and of course, as you could probably be seeing or would have seen those visuals, the entire stadium isn't covered. You could look at resumption of play very, very quickly.
But you won't lose
Yeah,
overs,
because
right, Nikhil? You won't lose overs.
no. Because I think the buffer that they had was about 3 hours sort of a buffer, and I think they did not breach that initially to begin with. So no, I don't think anytime now that they're going to be losing overs, considering that it's not raining right now. I'm just taking a close look. In fact, I have to concentrate to see if it is raining at all, and it's not. I mean, just a stray drop or two, but that's not even a drizzle. What do you call something that's even less than a drizzle?
It is just
Is there a
spitting
word
of
for it?
rain. Just a spit. That's the thing. Yeah, but I think if the ground staff are hanging around there, I think they're kind of wondering maybe there might be some rain coming up.
Or
Possible.
maybe they're just waiting there
Possible,
to start.
possible. These guys know about the local weather far more than you and I. So it's quite possible what you say. That maybe they suspect because sometimes they're in touch with the locals in and around the area also. And if it's raining some in a distance from here, then they know about it, and then they are just a bit careful with not really removing the covers, even though the rain has stopped. So they are a bit careful about that. So I think, yeah, maybe this will give some time for the Indian team to sit back, relax, watch those highlight reels. I'm sure the batting reels they'll watch. But I agree that ball by Hardik Pandya. I mean, till now there was all the talk about Pakistani fast bowlers. They did well in that game in Kandy, but out of all the deliveries that have happened between India and Pakistan in the half, two half games, the ball of the match still goes to Hardik Pandya. Better than even the Shaheen Shah Afridi or the Haris Rauf or any other deliveries that you've seen so far. I mean, just I got a feel for Babar. Just as the other day we were saying, it was tough to play against Shaheen Shah Afridi when he was, taking the ball away, then bringing one in. It was next to impossible. But even that ball by Hardik at that pace, he's cranking it up. At that pace, the amount it seemed in, wow, that was an unplayable delivery.
Clipping the
Good one.
top of the off bail. That's as perfect as you can get when you versus a batter. As perfect as it can. And but if you look at it, Nikhil, the early spell that Bumrah did, the swing, that pace that he was getting, how happy were you with this starting performance?
Oh, fantastic. And he has hit his stride running. That was very heartening to see. I don't know whether you guys noticed, was it the same usual runner for Bumrah, or has he even cut it short by a few steps?
No, I think
anyway, he had such a short run up, but I felt it was even shorter. Maybe I'm seeing him after a long time, and so it's feeling like that. I know he always had a short run up, felt shorter to me, but in terms of his pace and his kind of bowling, I mean, Fakhar Zaman was all at sea, playing and missing. It was just so tough for him to even put back to ball when Bumrah was bowling. So yeah, two players that we were looking very closely at coming back from injury, both hitting their strides so fast in the first game that they're playing. That's a great sign. He was outstanding. Much like how Naseem Shah was troubling. If you remember Rohit to begin with today, KL, Naseem troubled a lot. But was unlucky not to get any wickets at that time when he was troubling KL as well as Rohit. I think similar performance today by both Jasprit Bumrah and KL Rahul. It's a very positive day for India on many counts, on many counts. Whether it's KL Rahul, whether it's Jasprit Bumrah, because we've been spending a lot of time talking about these guys, or whether it is even the batting lineup putting that total, or if it is a result also, which hopefully you should get, because it's still not raining. But even though the covers are not being removed, but it's not raining, so hopefully that official game happens and India get those 2 points. Those 2 points are also going to be very, very crucial. So it's a very important day for India. It's ticked a lot of box for the Indian cricket team today.
Yep, it has.
You spoke of many boxes being ticked, and a day where India would have wanted answers to a lot of questions. I'd say from a batting perspective, yes, let's say you got the kind of answers you were looking for or the boxes to be ticked. Speaking of bowling, and we of course know Jasprit Bumrah is that one box that you want to be ticked. But Nikhil, from a bowling perspective, what other boxes, let's say, could India be looking at? We spoke of, by the way, KL Rahul keeping the wicket. In fact, that did happen during that little break, during the switch over, I think, between the 2 overs. But what other boxes, let's say, are India looking at?
Just fill me in on that, because yes, KL is keeping right now. But did Ishan start? Because I remember you guys telling me that
yes.
Ishan definitely seen padding up.
Ishan kept for the first 2. I think third over is when KL came on.
Why that switch? That's very interesting. Why? Maybe suddenly he felt, okay, I'm feeling good enough. I'm feeling fine. I've batted so long, but I think I can play. Is that why?
Possible.
Or did they hear our mid-inning shows where I insisted, all of us insisted, you have to get KL Rahul to keep. Yeah, come on, you cannot not have him keep, especially on a day where he's got 100, because that's the real test, whether he can bat and keep together. No point, letting him bat one day and keep one day. Then how do you really gauge his 100% fitness? So I don't know whether it happened after that.
I think there's been enough proof, Nikhil. I think in hindsight, there's been enough proof that the folks over there do watch sports today. So yeah, just another case.
Did maybe Ishan suffer some kind of an injury while maybe trying to collect a Bumrah delivery?
Don't think so.
It was swinging.
I remember Shane, me and Saran shoot together. We were talking, and perhaps Shane and I missed it, but Saran said that he could see KL Rahul padded up, and no such instance had happened. Nothing of that sort had happened.
Yeah.
So
I think
this
was always the plan.
Yeah, I think it was part of the plan. Just that they wanted to rest him out for about 30 odd minutes, give him proper 30-minute break, 40-minute break, and yeah, they
send him out to keep.
Everything is monitored. Wow. Even 2 overs later, fine. Get KL, you keep. Wow. That's
But coming back to you, Nikhil, what other boxes are India looking to tick here?
Don't kid yourself. That everyone watches sports today.
That's harsh. That's really harsh, but okay. What are the other boxes, Nikhil, that if suppose you get a full game?
I doubt it. But what they were saying was, I'm just doing a calculation, guy, and help me out with that. That 187 was a target with no wicket loss, right? And if they've lost 2 wickets, does that change?
Yes, it goes up to 200.
Yes, it's in fact now the target will be around 200.
Yes, because what happens is that if you lose wickets,
no, 2 wicket. Now the target is not anymore 187. They've lost 2 wickets.
It is 200. It's precisely 200, Nikhil.
No. My good folks on Sports Today tell me. My good folks at Sports Today are telling me that the target is 200 now. Precisely 200.
Correct.
Exactly 200.
Precisely 220 overs if it is a 20 overs match.
Yep. If it's a 22 over game, 216. 24 over game, 230. 26 over game, 244.
No, 1 second. By the way, you refer to Sachin Tendulkar of stats. I've told you that many times. And he says, if rain stops play after the 20th over, and if there is no play after that, Pakistan to win at that stage needs to be 108 for no loss, 122 for 1, 140 for 2, and 161 for 3.
Okay, I think.
Did you check that? Have you guys checked
I do read it as you say.
Sachin Tendulkar? Have you checked the Sachin Tendulkar?
I'm reading the same, Nikhil.
What do you have to say about that? All of you.
So we know 108 for no loss is not happening. We know 120.
But where is it? Where is it that you've seen that 200?
Another, if not a Sachin Tendulkar, but let's say a KL Rahul of the sport definitely is confident of 200 being.
No. Always see the Sachin Tendulkar. When it is to choose between KL Rahul and Sachin Tendulkar, I mean, I can't believe I have to tell you guys to choose Sachin Tendulkar.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
but let's wait for it
But
to.
this doesn't seem right to me. How can it be 108 for a total which is 357?
exactly.
108 in 20 overs?
Sometimes even Sachin Tendulkar has a misjudgment outside the off stump, Nikhil.
He does. So let me know who's misjudged it. Come on.
You are at the Ketarama, maybe you will get a better idea.
Yeah,
then.
covers are being taken off. Covers are being taken off. Covers are being taken off. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Covers taken off in Colombo, as Nikhil says. That could mean you're looking at resumption of play very, very soon. Could be about just another 15 minutes or so, is it? Because it was light drizzle, is what Nikhil has been telling us here on Sports Day. And in case you're joining us right now, the covers are being peeled off. So play to resume anytime. We've not lost any overs yet. That's the good news. There was a massive delay at the start of play as well. 3 o'clock is when you were looking at resumption of play. It happened at 4:40. Since then, no interruptions. Right now, just around the 8 o'clock, 8:15 mark, you saw some sort of a rain interruption. But even then, as Nikhil was saying, you've got a massive buffer on the day, which is why no overs lost. And that's not something that's been confirmed by, in fact, has been confirmed by the broadcaster as well. So no overs lost as things stand, unless, of course, you're looking at a bigger delay, which doesn't look like the case because the rain stopped for a good 10-minute, 12-minute window now.
Yeah,
and
20 minutes kind of.
And the covers are now coming off. Shane, any more information?
Actually, talk about information. Nikhil was referring to Sachin Tendulkar, but even Don Bradman confirms that it is in fact 220.
Yes.
Don Bradman's also.
Don Bradman has also confirmed.
Who's Don Bradman?
It's an organization you'd be familiar with, Nikhil.
Ah, yes. Now I know. No, so I have to go with Don Bradman. So it has to be 200. Wherever they got this, it has to be 200 with 2 wicket loss.
And
So it has been confirmed by the Bible of cricket.
yeah,
you know that.
You know, Nikhil.
They have
Don gets it right 99.96% times.
94.
Yes. Yeah. So okay, Sachin's got it wrong. Bradman trumps it. No, it's like that.
God, please.
It's like that card game, nah? It's like the card game where you've got a pair, but pair is trumped by a color is trumped by a sequence is trumped by a trail. So you've got the trail.
Yeah,
You've gone with the trail.
Royal flush.
And Don Bradman also says that the game can start as late as 11:15.
Wow.
Huh?
11:15 p.m.
It can go up to.
It can start.
Yeah,
It can start because you've done with 11 overs anyway.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
That's not surprising because 11 overs are done, so you only need
Yeah.
9. So, which is not surprising.
Siddharth is not pleased, Nikhil. Let's just hear it from him.
Okay, go ahead, Siddharth. Why are you hiding your face?
This is, by the way, rant 200 raised to the power X.
That'll come after the game. 11:15 that you can start a full 50 over game.
But you're full 50 over game.
Then
It finished 20 overs, boss. What's happening?
The minimum over game, 20 over game.
Don't
cut
cook
off
up
instead of
reasons.
10:36.
Or don't cook up rants.
10:36
just cook up
has
biryani.
moved to 11:15, whatever. From 10:36 it's moved to 11:15. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
10:30,
20 overs.
yeah, exactly. 10:35 it's moved to 11:15.
Yeah, which is expected because 11 overs
So
already
you're,
done.
That's okay.
you're 9 overs. Now what?
Huh? After the game, wait for the game. I can't say anything about this now because people have gotten really blinded by what has happened today.
Acha, theek hai.
Exactly.
We'll save it for later.
We'll save it for later.
But
We'll save it.
explain. Let him explain. What does he say? What does he mean by that?
Arey, he's saying the same thing on camera and off camera as well. We know what it is.
Yeah.
But I want to know now. What is he saying?
Please keep it short.
This, if it happens, is the most hollow, shallow win that India can ever get. Hollow, shallow, and elitist, the most bending of rules that you can ever get in cricket, and it's been done. Simple. Tomorrow, if this similar thing happens, Sri Lanka will be told, oh please, you're not worth a reserve
You're
day.
sidey.
You're not worth 2 points, please.
But
India
Siddharth,
versus Pakistan,
tell
they
me,
want to get it to
how
the
would
final.
how would they give that reserve day? Nah, it's not possible now because then the day after that is the game.
But India have a
There's
break.
no chance.
But India have a break of one more day.
Where does India have a
13th
break?
they
But
don't
Sri
play.
Lanka don't.
13th they don't play, 14th they don't play. They play on 15th.
And then
Is,
potentially.
is there a game on 13th or not?
No, there is no game on 13th.
Is Pakistan not playing?
14th.
14th.
Pakistan,
India's
Bangladesh.
schedule has been fixed in such a way that for these kind of provisions only. But no, they would not want to do it against Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka are not worth. It's not an Asia Cup. It is an India versus Pakistan bilateral. They want these two teams to reach the final, and you want one of them to win.
So
As simple
that's
as that.
so much for a visa.
Exactly. So much.
Can I tell you one thing, Siddharth? Can I tell you one thing?
Yeah.
Can I tell you one thing? You're saying they want these two teams to reach.
Yeah.
Be careful. Be careful. India, let's say, assuming the game is going to start, the covers are coming off. The umpires also just come out to look at the conditions, and soon we'll have an announcement when the game starts. Let's say India win this game and win by a massive margin. Pakistan's net run rate is going to take a hit. Sri Lanka has won against Bangladesh. You know, you never know. Like last time, it was a Pakistan Sri Lanka final. Who knows? It could be a India Sri Lanka final this time around. Huh?
Hope so. Fingers
So,
crossed. Fingers
Never
crossed.
say never. Never say never.
Fingers crossed.
Then you will be happy. Then you will be happy. There's a reserve day, I think, for the final.
There is, yeah.
In Sri Lanka, if they are playing, you're happy that they'll get a reserve day.
Yeah, I
Then
mean,
your anger will come down.
They would have fought all forces of the nature to get to the final.
see, final, you had to keep a reserve day. It's a final. There is a novelty to a final. But just for one game of the Super Force, either you have it for all or don't have it at all. But this isn't a level playing field at all. India can very well, India are in such a position nowadays, India and Pakistan are in such a good position nowadays, that they can request 15 players. Please, sir, can we play on the field with 15? The other team can play with 11. We want to win a World Cup. That is the situation. It's blatant favoritism if it happens. Blatant.
Siddharth, the rationality in this conversation is just going down.
It's true.
Okay, I'm going to take a comment from Shubham, who sent a super chat, and he says, biggest day in my life. Both apex predators were hunting today. Novak for his 24th and now Virat. Both very similar and on the face of opposition, both are goats. Wah, Shubham. Wah.
Can't compare Djokovic with Kohli because Djokovic has got a slightly controversial persona. Kohli doesn't have that much of a controversial persona.
I mean, he used to once upon a time.
No, not really. I mean,
Ah,
that controversy I think was
Not in a similar sense that he's his vaccine.
Vaccine issues.
Yeah.
No, even off the field also, where there were that many controversies as compared to Novak.
As compared to Novak is high bar in all fairness.
I mean, see, as far as on the court and on the field is concerned, I mean, yes, Kohli is one of the elites. Djokovic is one of the greatest. There's no doubting. But you judge him by off. That's why Federer is even revered nowadays.
Same with Rafa.
Rafa. Yep. So that's why it's.
Okay. Freaking Awesome has the comment of the day. He says, even if the groundsman remove the covers, Siddharth will not remove the cover from his heart. You know, that cover,
There is no
he's-
cover in my heart. It's right out in the open. It is favoritism.
Yes, actually.
It's favoritism for me. And whatever it is, we will all be hailing and singing platitudes of Virat Kohli, KL Rahul. Agreed. But the circumstances, the broader circumstances, you cannot ignore. It is unfair. And for me, whatever are these knocks, whatever is the win today, it does not represent fairness for the game itself.
But nothing wrong that the players have done here. No, they were asked to play by the boards and they've done exactly that. So let that Virat Kohli century stand. Let that KL Rahul century stand.
Everything will stand.
Let the effort of the team India stand, and let's not.
Everything will stand, but you cannot ignore the circumstances. If you had a normal, proper cricketing day, normal, proper world, but the world we are living in is not proper, this wouldn't have happened. Now India are going to play even tomorrow against Sri Lanka, and this game will end by what, 11:30, 12 or something, if it's a full game. Now, tomorrow also you have to come back at 2, prepare for it. India will beat Sri
But
Lanka.
India is not complaining here. Siddharth, India is not complaining here. They're fine.
They aren't complaining.
They're not complaining.
Why should they complain? They are getting the best of both worlds.
In fact, if I'm Sri Lanka, by the way, I think this is a good opportunity. A fatigued India team.
Hope so. I mean, I hope Sri Lanka can at least ensure that the world is a balanced place to live in. I only hope so. But it's asking too much for Sri Lanka. They have not had a good record against India. The weight of history in the past 5
That
years. has been bad.
jokes set aside, you're reminding me of myself how I was, 2 weekends back on a Sunday. I was equally salty when United was to Arsenal.
Guys, I see the umpire come out. I see the umpire come out, but he's coming out with an umbrella.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh
With
dear.
an umbrella. So let's see. But I also see the ground staff take off the cover. So maybe the umbrella is
no,
just
but the
safety that
umbrellas are
he's
not
got.
open, Nikhil. It's not open, right? The umbrella. Or it's just coming out with the closed umbrella.
I mean,
No, it's obviously open, yeah.
The surface.
How would I mention it if he's carrying it in his hand? Obviously, it's open.
You know why? Because I thought he would come with the umbrella, check the surface, like what they have been doing yesterday.
Poke the
No,
surface
I
and see.
meant an open umbrella. I meant
So more
that.
rain is coming. More rain.
I like
maybe the
it.
umpire has been precautionary.
I like how imaginative you are at times.
Sometimes, and I always. But again, yeah, they had come with the players. That's why Ruchia Paligurge was testing the outfield. How
No, good news. He still got the umbrella, but the covers are still being removed, which means no rain as such.
Maybe he was just being
Because sometimes what happens, a very slight drizzle you can't see with the naked eye. You can't, especially at night. Daytime it's easier. At night it's very tough. The famous rope is out, guys. By the way, the famous rope.
That famous Ketarama rope. Oof. So what is? Do you rest Kohli and KL tomorrow?
Ask Kumar Mahendra. No.
No. Why?
Neither.
Especially not KL. You wouldn't want to rest him because he has to get far more game time than this.
Exactly. His major problem at this point is game time.
Yeah, and even Kohli didn't play ODIs for 6 months.
Kohli is hungry right now.
Exactly.
You know, he's going to eat up the management if they decide to rest him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would want to make it 5 out of 5 at the Ketarama. Why not? So against Sri Lanka, bowling attack that he fancies a lot more. In the past, also he's hurt Sri Lanka. I don't think you would want to rest those two players, especially for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, if you win against Sri Lanka, 1 foot is in the door. If you win against Pakistan also in the final.
If you get 2 out of 3 wins, you're sorted.
Yep.
Especially considering the fact that there's so much of a rain threat even now.
Because if you look at it, if India wins today and tomorrow, you get to 4. Then only one of Sri Lanka or Pakistan can get to 4. Because Pakistan and Sri Lanka, one will have to get to 4.
Yeah.
So that is why. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh are anyway out. So the 14th game becomes a virtual knockout if this situation persists.
Yeah, right.
If India wins today and on 12th, which is tomorrow, then the Pakistan-Sri Lanka game becomes a straight knockout. Only one of them will go to the finals with India. So I don't think they'll want to rest them, Kumar Mahindra, at this point.
No, not at all.
Satish Swaminathan, Hardik's dismissal of Babar reminds me of Andrew Flintoff in the Ashes bowling the Australians. Oh yeah.
That's high praise indeed, but I get his point.
I would call him the Flintoff of India. Maybe. But Flintoff was much better in tests, not so much in white ball play.
His white ball
Hardik is better in white ball, but he won't play tests. That's the thing. So, Rakesh Bhushan, no disregard to KL. VK was making him run. I feel sad to see the poor running of KL. KL didn't run poorly.
No, he in fact
at
took
all, yeah.
all those quick doubles that Kohli was asking him to.
Again, Rakesh Bhushan, you would have seen a different match altogether because KL Rahul responded to everything that Virat was, and where there was no run, there was no run.
Yeah. In fact, I remember this one moment where the ball hit the stumps
Imam
directly.
threw it at the
Imam threw it from the deep, hit the stumps. Neither the keeper nor the bowler could have gone for it because it went into that empty space. Both were very quick to take that single.
There wasn't a single level of miscommunication between the two. They ran quick singles and twos when the opportunity was there. It's not club level. I mean, they batted at the proper elite international.
So, guys, all 3 umpires are out now, and they're working with an umbrella. But the covers are also being removed. Now only the main square is left. The entire ground is now done. So only about 15% of covers remain on the ground. And we're just waiting for that to be removed. The groundsmen are standby. But the umpires are having a conversation. All 3 umpires are having a conversation with the head groundsman right now. Whether it is regards to bring the covers back on or telling him clear a certain area or asking the head groundsman about some particular area that needs to be worked on. We'll wait and watch. But the entire ground is now without covers. I can't see any rain. It seems pretty dry to me. But I wonder why the umpires are standing with an umbrella. Nobody else seems to be standing with an umbrella there. So yeah, still waiting
We do
to.
see those visuals as well, Nikhil.
Yeah.
And I think you're reading the body language perfectly at the moment. I really can't think that there's any other suggestion that's being given, because there's this one instance where both, one of the umpires as well as the head groundsman were pointing towards a particular region. Perhaps the groundsman trying to offer an explanation of what sort of a solution can he offer given the facilities and the resources that they have. And of course, the umpire making a point about a particular patch that does need attention. Anything else, guys? Would you read of those glimpses that we saw?
I think this is a kind of a confusing situation. They are not sure whether the rain's going to come or not, but they don't want to take any chances, and that's why they are still hanging around there.
But you see, the other groundsmen, they're all ready. They're all ready to take the covers off. So this is probably waiting. They've been told to be on standby. And it doesn't look like you're looking at.
I don't think it's about rain. I think it's maybe certain patches.
That's it. Because you see, they're all ready over there in that other corner. They're all ready to take the covers off. They're just waiting for the head groundsman
That's
to.
what. Now, what are you saying? Maybe
There
that's
is
what.
one patch, and remember, this was a repaired patch, by the way.
Yeah, it was dry as a desert during the
Yeah.
time when the match was on.
That patch which you are pointing out there, it was repaired yesterday.
Yeah.
And you remember what that patch was? That fan.
The river.
Trampoline. The trolley fan.
The triple fan action.
Yeah.
Fan zoned.
It was there.
Fan zoned area.
It was right there. Now some water, if supposing you want to ensure, oh, that's my good friend right there. Okay. If there is a particular.
That's your friend?
Yes, she's a Mumbai Indians super fan who's gone there, by the way.
That was a Instagrammer, if I'm not wrong.
Samiksha. That's
No,
Samiksha
that
Take.
guy is an Instagrammer, if I'm not wrong.
He is there.
He is, no?
All ladies are Siddharth's fans, and he is their friend.
Well, the whole world is my friend in that sense. But I think because of that one patch, I think there's some moisture there.
Did you study at Sharda University? The world is one. The whole world is my family.
She's a
Oh,
friend,
that
you
is the
think?
caption of it, is it?
Yeah, that's the
I
tagline.
didn't know that.
That's your friend.
Yes, Samiksha.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. And let's see. I think that one patch is the worrisome thing in there. There's no rain.
Nikhil, a question for you from the United States. Donald Trump is done playing golf, and clearly he has the time to watch cricket now. So Donald Trump cricket is asking if you could show the press box. I'm pretty sure you can't.
You
But
can't.
Oh, wait.
You can't.
maybe you can answer that. And
I'm not in the press box.
Plus, even if he was, he'd not. be
he
able to show
wouldn't
it.
have been able to. Yes, Mr. Trump.
If you want to see visuals of press box, I put a very interesting visual up on my Instagram handle. You can check that out.
Yes.
There's your answer,
Of
Donald Trump.
showing people,
Yep.
showing people what journalists do when there is a rain break.
Yeah.
Of course.
I saw that. Yes.
Siddharth's already seen that. Clearly, he was busy doing something when I called him, and he didn't take my call.
When was
You were busy
They're
Instagram.
not removing.
No.
I'm not happy with the fact that they're not removing the last bit of cover. It's been a long time. The umpires walking in with umbrella. They've gone back in to tell the team something. So I really want to know what is happening.
Boy. So much confusion. They are now veering on the edge of ultra caution, I'm telling you.
No, there's no such thing as ultra caution. Someone slips there, we'll be the ones spanning them.
Yes.
Already,
Already the ground staff are panned because yesterday they couldn't get the covers on quickly. But the intensity of rain for those 1-2 minutes was
really
so
terrible.
much, you really couldn't have done anything. And Sri Lanka's best groundsmen, I mean, the most elite of the groundsmen and their backroom staff are at the Ketarama. You do devote that much of them there, but 1-2 minutes, that's it.
That's all it takes.
It took only 1-2 minutes to ensure that those patches there.
Guys, I have an update. I have an update. Covers are going to be coming back on, I think.
ooh.
Covers are going to be coming back on. I think so. Just hold on. I see the groundsmen rushing come out. Either they're going to come collect the covers or they've been asked to get something special. Yeah, I think covers will come back on. I have a feeling covers are coming back on. Covers are coming back on. Covers are coming back on.
Bad news, folks.
Bad news.
Start your countdowns. It's nearly 9 o'clock.
But 11:15,
11:15,
that is the cutoff, right? Or is it the time when you start losing overs?
No, 11:15 is when you have to start to finish the remaining 9 overs.
Remaining 9.
Oh.
If there is no play possible after till that time also, then it's called off.
Oh.
So I think you
I
start-
thought 11:15 was when overs start
No,
reducing.
no.
What
See,
was? There's no point of
90
reduce.
If I'm not wrong, is the grace period.
I think you've gone past that.
No. You would have gone past that by now. So you might actually start losing overs because remember, you lost about an hour and 15.
Hour and
20
40 minutes you
R and
lost.
40 right at the top because
then-
4:40
then
is when play resumed. 4:40
then I
p.m.
think you already.
But Nikhil mentioned a 3-hour grace period, isn't it?
I don't know.
Nikhil, it's a 3-hour grace period, right?
As against 90, which was
It was a 3-hour grace period for which you had to start at 6 o'clock. But I think what was the exact time that the first ball was bowled?
4:40 p.m.
440. You lost 100 minutes there.
4:40. So you lost about 1 hour 40 minutes there.
Yeah.
And now, how long has it been since the game has been
40
stopped?
minutes.
How much?
40.
Yeah, so you will have another 40 minutes. I'm guessing it's like maybe around 9:30ish. I'm guessing 9:30. If you can have play by 9:30, you may still have a 50-over game. But if it's not 9:30, if it starts after 9:30, then overs will start getting reduced. That's my rough calculation.
Okay. But yeah, we have still got another 35 minutes for overs.
So
to
as
start
things
with.
stand right now, it's still a 50-over game. But again, judging by the fact that the covers are coming on, and then it will take time for the cover to be removed. So it usually takes about half an hour. So it is possible it will be touch and go if the rain stops right now. Touch and go for a 50-over game. But if it takes 1 hour, which seems like it will take 1 hour, then you will have a reduction in overs. So that might be.
But I think then even if a reduction of overs happens, it's still advantage India.
Of
There
course.
is no way that Pakistan are getting an advantage here because of the runs that they have conceded.
See, now no matter what happens, it is still advantage India because they got the chance to bat their 50 overs. The only time that they would have been a disadvantage would have been the time that their innings would have been cut short because then they could not plan that assault the way that they were planning to take it to 320 plus. Remember, we kept talking 320 easy because they batted so well, it's taken them to 357. So they'd be happy that is done. So once you put 357, now any total, even if in a shortened game, is going to be so much more daunting. And Pakistan hasn't had a great start. They've lost 2 wickets already. So all of that in mind, I think now no issues. Shortened game, long game, whichever game, India are the clear favorites.
Yeah,
The
unless
problem would have been had
it's rained
Indian
out.
batting been interrupted.
Nikhil, we'll be sending you a fresh link because I think this link is about to expire. So we'll send you a fresh link. You can come back in.
Sure. Bye. See
Yeah,
you.
Bye. So not good news. Some of the covers are coming on. See, the problem right now, what I can imagine from the local weather situation at the Ketarama is, you are seeing some spots of rain which are, it's a drizzle, but it is a heavy drizzle. So now you don't know whether to fully cover the
It's
outfit.
sustained, basically.
Yeah, it is sustained. But see, more covers are coming on. So what I think is the ground staff have been told that perhaps more rain is coming on the way. It could come in the next 10 minutes. It could come in the next 15 minutes. We don't know. Be cautious. Cover it because remember, this is not the last game at this venue. You are playing all your games at the Ketarama.
Yeah.
12th. And remember, if there is damage to the outfield, then the rest of the games will also get impacted by the way.
You're looking at games on 12th, 14th, 15th, and 17th.
Yes, and the final is also at the same venue with the reserve day on the 18th. So they have to preserve the outfield as is because already this one patch that you're seeing
It's
at
bad.
the long on. If you hit it there, the fielders, if they die over it, they're going to sustain.
They won't.
Thought for a fact, no one was looking to be too adventurous.
More covers are coming on. That means they are expecting the rain to increase in the coming.
It just sort of worries me because you were expecting a start sometime around 10 o'clock.
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Now, if that info stays true,
Correct.
I would say that too happens. And this, if let's say this was unprecedented or this was, not expected, unexpected, let's say,
Yeah.
if this was unexpected and that prediction stays true, then boy oh boy.
Then you're in for some trouble.
If they're covering the entire outfield, big trouble. Big
Which
trouble.
looks like it's happening, see?
Yeah. If you're covering the entire outfield, big trouble because the rain might be steady at this point, but if it increases in intensity by 10 o'clock, then I think you have had it for this match because I cannot see them resuming after that. It will take them at least a minimum of an hour and a half.
To get the round ready. Even if you're being very, very overtly generous, 1 hour.
1 hour. Then I think 11th, 15 you said, right?
15-ish.
Roughly that you can have a 20
That's
over game.
Bradman's info.
That's Bradman's info. So we'll go with Bradman. Bradman was the original god here. Baki everything is. Yes, Sharan Vinakota, it is raining again. The covers are coming back on. So your wait is prolonged. And I think what has been happening is the ground staff have been in touch with other members around Sri Lanka, because this is how the system is. So if there are ground staff at the Ketarama, they employ certain people to check out the weather in different localities. They then calculate, they then measure what is the time of distance roughly that the rain will come, depending on inputs from certain points about a 5 to 10 kilometer radius of the Ketarama. After that, if the information is there, and then they calculate and say, okay, get the covers on. But that day what happened, because the intensity was so severe, normally what happens, there is a wind. The wind will come and then it will pelt down. So even if the wind comes, it gives them that 1-2 minutes of grace period to get the covers on. But that day, within 1-2 minutes, it rained with such intensity, you couldn't get the outfield ready. So that is why it is a problem. And I think they are not covering the entire thing, and it's the same steady drizzle that is coming now.
But even that's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign.
Because
And
if
remember,
the steady drizzle stays steady.
yep.
Then we saw what happened yesterday. It just did not stop after a point.
And
And
if
you don't
look
want
at it,
puddles. You saw puddles yesterday.
not puddles, there is one patch that they were checking which we were worried about. That same
Patch.
that reworked patch that was there at the mid-on area, that is a worry factor for the umpires.
The river which is now dried up.
Yeah, it is. So it's not a good situation. And remember, for folks who are asking us, is what will be the outcome? 9 more overs for a full 20 over game.
Yeah, and let's assume
For a full game to be considered. Sorry.
Yeah, for a full game to be considered. And remember, if it reaches a point whereby you can't have a game because you've not reached that 20 over mark, points are going to be split. So
No winner.
No winner, and it might seem a bit unfair considering India are really in a good position right now. 11 overs, Pakistan 44 for 2. Really, India hold all the cards. The only thing that can really save Pakistan is a washout.
See, again, Pakistan will have to really do the rain dance, and they have to thank the rain gods if it happens, because they have gotten out of jail in a big way.
Yeah, like the first match, you could say that, they had actually done pretty well to restrict India to what, 260?
And we thought it was
266.
50-50.
Yeah, no, 266 by the way. I think if Pakistan got one big partnership, they could have potentially won. So it was definitely
But
50-50.
even Mohammad Rizwan said after that, the 266 with the Indian bowling that had Jasprit Bumrah would have challenged them. It wouldn't have been easy.
Course, it wouldn't have been easy. But
While that was 50-50, this clearly is an 85-15
this
right
was
now.
definitely an 80-20.
No, 95-5.
Yeah.
I mean,
95.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Get
I
your
mean,
point.
You are expecting.
See, India firmly positioned. I
your
get
one
it.
major batting hope is gone. Babar Azam's gone.
But let's not discount the others, na.
But
No,
they
no,
can
no.
only put up a fight. They can't challenge.
Yeah, that the
chase
problem
of
is the
total.
problem with the middle order is they are at best, let's say, attritional.
Yeah.
Or Rizwan, even Iftikhar, by the way, that 1 century, don't let that 1 century against Nepal fool you.
Yes.
He's been very hit or miss. Same, in fact, I would say I'm more scared of their lower order batting in the sense that someone like a Shadab is probably a better bat who needs to be batting higher up the order. But they send him, lower down the order. So
Pakistan's batting works, and this template works if it's in the range of 240 to 280.
yeah, at most
Stretching 310.
300 for me.
300.
This is 357 we're talking.
Yeah, this is you need to be playing England like cricket.
If 11 overs, if you wanted to stake a claim, you needed to be 80 or 90. What England or Australia could have done.
Correct.
Pakistan are 44. Chasing 7, you're already scoring at a rate of 4. Can't happen, boss. That is why Pakistan's batting doesn't give me confidence, because 2 batters, get rid of them, 80 to 90% of the batting is done.
And also you have to remember, with them, it's not like they have power hitters. They don't. That is also the other major problem for them. They rely greatly on their bowling to do maximum damage, and then they can win matches which are in the 240 to 280, 90 mark.
Because remember, there was a power hitter in the Pakistan team, but he's retired at this point in time. Abdul Razak. He was a brilliant.
No. In fact, if you're going in that far more recently, someone like a Shoaib Malik could excel, right? someone, even for that matter, what was his name?
You know, I never understood Shoaib Malik because
He
he
was
batted in
enigmatic.
so many positions.
He was
also.
enigmatic.
Yeah.
But the thing with him is that if he stayed set long enough, he could actually accelerate. Similar for that matter, I would say there was Hafiz. Another one, Mohammad Hafiz. They don't have batters like that right now.
Professor.
But Professor was also in the top order, and Malik, because I never understood his
I will take a Professor over a Imam.
Imam. Yep.
put it that way.
Although there are players.
Oh,
out
by
in
the way, the players have come out,
But
but maybe that's just okay. So Rahul Dravid is having a chat
Very
with
animated conversation
with Chris Gaffney.
Chris Gaffney. Yeah.
Rao Saab, it is.
What is this? He's saying
KL.
that he's sent some. Satish Bhai was saying he sent a super
Yeah,
chat.
just
which
check the supers.
Yeah.
I think there was
Rao Saab, to answer your question, right now it's KL.
KL.
Yep.
Satish, have we
Satish
taken
B.
his?
Go down.
Okay, so the covers are again coming off.
No, it looks like no. They bring are they?
Yeah,
Oh,
covers
yeah.
are coming
Yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah.
Covers are coming.
coming off.
Breaking news, guys. Covers are coming off.
Yep. What is Satish B's super chat?
What's he saying?
Do Pakistan have the batting depth that, like say England? Do they have the batting depth?
Yeah.
England chased 342 versus India in 2020, just
One.
43 overs.
Yep.
Yes, but can they go for positive approach irrespective of result? To answer your question, yes.
They can.
I think if one thing England have proved in any format, whether it be T20s, ODIs or Tests, they will go for a positive approach irrespective of the result. In fact, I would say that's what cost them the Ashes this year.
Yeah.
So
It was
they
that
did
and a bit of foolhardy decision making.
Yeah, but if you look at say what England did, I think a good example will be the recent ODI against New Zealand. They were 50 odd for 5.
But Livingston changed.
Livingston and Sam Curran,
Curran.
ended up actually consolidating a bit, then absolutely going gung ho. So they do have the batting this thing, and I think they at least in white ball cricket, their approach is a little smarter than the baseball red ball cricket.
Yeah.
So I think they can. And the thing with England also you have to remember is they were deep.
Yep.
So more often than not, they do have this tendency to be able to even if they lose a few wickets, they can consolidate and go again.
But
Pakistan don't have that.
Their template could be tested on a rank turner, maybe.
But you're not going to get a rank turner in the World Cup.
No, I mean,
Not in the World Cup, I doubt.
You're not
I
gonna
doubt,
get a
but
rank
then I'm
turner.
talking about when they come here for the 5-match series in January.
Again,
February.
no, you know what? I get your point. I do understand your point. But the thing is that considering that you don't get rank turners in India, you get rank turners.
You
They're
get
minefields.
sandpits.
They're
You get
minefields.
sandpits, yeah.
So on a minefield, having that sort of an approach might not be the worst thing in the world because
Travis Head dispelled that in Indore with that counter-attacking now.
exactly my point. That's what I'm saying. If you actually want to, and by the way, none of the England players right now are afraid of playing spin.
Yeah.
No matter how good a spinner an Ashwin is, and of course how good a spinner Jadeja
Or
is,
Akshar is.
or even Akshar in red ball cricket, I don't think they're that afraid of spin anymore.
They
They
aren't.
tend to actually employ the sweep shots really well, unlike say what Carey did during the Border Gavaskar when he got carried away. But they know when to employ their sweep shots, and actually considering the kind of pitches you get because they're lotteries, I don't think it's a matter of a skill.
Yeah.
It's not skill.
It is.
It's there's one ball coming that has your name on it. So I would rather go for hell for leather and look to get even 250 quickfire runs could be a winning total. So I don't know. I think their approach might just work in India because even the Indians, I'm sorry to say it, really right now aren't the best players of spin.
Yep,
They're
they
not.
aren't. They aren't. So let's see. The covers are coming off, but I think the umpires are concerned about one wet patch that is there near the middle.
That is a big worry because that was in fact what cost us yesterday.
It did. And if that was the case, if it was drizzling, why couldn't they get the covers on quicker? Or maybe they did get it on, but
And then now you're taking it off? I don't understand.
I don't know. Something seems to have gone horribly wrong with the
Yeah,
coordination.
because honestly, if you look at the players or the body language of the Indian players as well as the Pakistani players, there's more bemusement or confusion than there is, let's say, resignation. I think most of them are wondering why is it that the process can't be sped along and they're just not getting very good answers. I think the umpires are definitely being cautious.
They are.
Because I think that one patch is worrying them.
Yep. Can we just have any other comments that are there? But we are still some time away from...
Hani Dhuria, no comment.
no comment. I mean, that should sum it up, Hani Dhuria.
I think
Nothing
you
more
got
to add.
Yeah.
It's not for us to comment.
Okay, so if not this game should happen for a result, otherwise the confidence for SL will be minimum.
No, Akash, I don't think the confidence matters here. I think the only reason you want a full result here is because you get those 2 points. That's very important. If
Exactly.
Pakistan get 3 points here and you have 1, Then you're really hoping that rain doesn't play spoil sport.
I think there might be an update from the umpires.
But look, they seem to be walking off again, and it doesn't look good. I don't understand.
But I'll tell you what does look good and promising.
They're not carrying umbrellas with them.
The umbrellas are there if you see the umpire over there. If that's Mr.
That's
Gaffney.
Gaffney, and that's
Gaffney.
Ruchira Pandurge.
His umbrella is closed now, as against the open umbrella which you walked out with.
Yep.
But
So it was a steady, mild drizzle that
let me check for some updates.
we have to check for some because
I don't understand what is going
it's
on.
a chaos. I think this is shambolic at this point in time. The way how things are going on, the umpires are veering towards extra caution at this time. And
But I think both the umpires now,
Yeah, I
one
think
each
they
have
are,
gone to the dressing
the
room.
two umpires and the fourth umpire also came, and they are, I think, updating the teams with the
The
conditions.
playing
at this
conditions,
point, yeah.
perhaps.
Maybe.
So
No, because again, look at the body language. That doesn't look like they're telling you, okay, boys, you can go out there and start playing. Doesn't scream that.
if that is the case and there's no rain, then that slight drizzle has resulted in a wet patch. That is my only thing about it. I might be wrong. I might be totally wrong, but let's see what happens.
Till a few minutes back, there was a light drizzle in the sense that it was very light to the point that it was impossible to spot on the television.
television cameras. Yeah, but
So let's see.
now we'll have to just wait and see because now this game has gone on and on and on now for 2 days.
2 days.
2 days, and this is an ODI cricket, and this is not a test match.
And if it goes the full distance,
And which very well looks it might. Because
if it goes the full, let's say even in a T20 scenario, because you're going to be waiting till
the
about
most exhausting match any of us would have ever witnessed.
And we
ever
have to be back
covered,
tomorrow.
and so the point I'm making is we would have talked about this match for about 4 days on the trot because
Yeah.
we stay here even after midnight.
Yeah.
Yep.
The chat will be on.
And we had the build up ready from 9th. Isn't it? From the 9th onwards. Okay, play to resume at 9:20.
Oh, good news.
9:20.
So 9
9
minutes.
minutes from now.
9 minutes. So no overs lost.
No overs lost then. Wonderful.
Great news, guys. You're looking at resumption of play at 9:20 p.m. No overs lost. Pakistan have a mountain to climb.
You can change the headline if you want.
4-4-2 is where they are at the moment.
Yep. So you can change the thing. So yes, 9:20 p.m. is when play can start. And that is why it's good news. You're not going to see any reduction of overs. I don't think you
No,
are.
we would have been told if there was a reduction. So I doubt there's no reduction.
Yep,
That's very,
yep.
very good news.
Yes. So, oh boy. So we start again. Start. It continues. But this, I think we are heading into day 4, day 3.
No, I doubt because now if they can, again, if I'm Rohit Sharma, I do this, conservative thing. Rather conservative, let's say pragmatic.
Yeah.
And I bowl both my spinners.
Yeah, do it because
Because again, they're so far behind the 8 ball. If you give them 9 overs of Jadeja and Kuldeep.
Yep.
Huh?
No. It's
that's
been
coming
taken
off.
off. It's
Yeah.
taken off. Don't worry.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was the thing.
I think blue tarpaulin sheets will be giving all of us nightmares at this point.
Yep, indeed. So,
Yeah,
yes.
so that's the positive update for you guys.
Yep.
It is
we
in
are
fact
just
going to be resuming in 8 minutes time from now. The match will restart. Covers are all but off. The players look very, very jubilant.
very jubilant indeed. And remember, as Shane pointed out, 9 overs.
Yeah, I am just saying, if it stays away for only the next 20 odd minutes, 25 minutes,
Bowl your spinners.
bowl your spinners, ensure that no matter what the rain gods want to do later on, there is,
you've controlled the
even if hell breaks loose, you have a result.
Because remember,
Force a result.
we were discussing.
Force a result like England do.
We were discussing that they need 200 in 20. So actually, if you reduce 44 from 200, that's 154. They needed 9 overs.
That's not happening.
Even
Even
will
when
bowl your spinners.
see how much is the required
Rohit Sharma could roll his arm over at this point. And
Virat, Rohit, though they're showing Kuldeep at the moment.
Yeah.
Is he warming up though?
Yeah, he was taking some catching drills, he was doing all that, so yeah, it's fine.
I think that should be, and I think that will be the plan. I think Pakistan are under the cosh anyway.
Yeah.
They have a mountain to climb. It's not a run rate they're matching up with anytime soon. So might as well ensure that Pakistan, because again, if you're looking at a score of about 100 or 200, let's say Pakistan are to get to
they
be
need 154 and 9 overs.
154
17, scoring at a run rate of 17.
Yeah.
When has that ever happened?
It is unless
Yeah.
Unless you have what do you call the likes of Tim David and all batting in one end, not happening.
Tim David,
Livingston,
Cameron Green,
Andre Russell.
Russell to come.
You'll have to get in a Russell as well. Perhaps ask Gale as well to do them a favor.
That's not happening.
Yep,
So again, if I'm India, simple. I just bowl my spinners at this point.
Yep.
Just
Easy,
bowl your
right?
spinners over the next 20 minutes, get to the 22 over mark, 20 over mark,
Yeah.
and then just relax after that.
You have a
And let the rain gods take over the field like at a later stage.
Achha, sure, now no overs are lost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No confirmation whatsoever.
The broadcasters confirmed that.
Confirm. My goodness, so much of concessions. Because I'll tell you why. Normally in other games, 1.5 hours. Sorry, boss, you have to start reducing.
3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
Yeah, we're getting confirmation even from Vikrant Service at the ground. Full 50.
Full 50.
Full 50.
Confirmation from KL Rahul. Confirmation from Don Bradman.
Confirmation from
Confirmation from the broadcaster also.
Sachin.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. See, oh god, that is. I mean, I don't know whether I have to be very happy about this or I should be really perplexed by this.
About?
This thing, 3 hours.
3 hours is a bit much.
Is
it's a
it-
stretch.
Is it the greatest game on the planet?
I mean, lest we forget, by the way, the Ashes series that was so good also ended up seeing both England and Australia get hit with over 8 fines. And here, look at this. Madness. Utter madness.
Yeah, even by the way, just I don't know if I'm adding salt to wound at the moment at that, but even your Wimbledon final had a curfew hour and all. The semi-final had an 11
You know
o'clock
what
cut-off.
changed? This reminds me, this particular situation, reminds me of that Isner Mahut match.
man.
Oh, 11 hours.
After that, they said no.
3
super
days,
tiebreaker.
11 hours.
Super tiebreaker. Forget it. You can't go that far. That match, 3 days it lasted.
In fact, I remember there was one instance during that match where I think it was Isna who won it, right?
Isner won.
Yeah, Isna, I think he basically went back home. It was the second day. He went back to his hotel room. And rather than sleep, he just took an ice bath and stayed up because they had to be out in the court by in 4 or 5 hours. So he's like, what do I get by sleeping? He took an ice bath. And that's when it took that for them to realize that maybe this fifth set no tiebreaker thing is a bit much.
The US Open was very revolutionary in that sense.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Every set tiebreaker finish. That's it.
And that's how it should be. I mean, yeah, look, I understand that, respecting traditions, yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, come on now. In today's day and age, you also have to respect the audience's time. It is a lot to...
By the way, these guys are never doing it.
These guys? I mean, do you remember the last 2 IPLs?
I was coming to the IPL only.
Forget about the first two. You remember the first starting point of this? Kolkata versus Sunrisers Hyderabad eliminator. Overs would start reducing after 3 hours. And we had a 7-over game.
At 1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the morning.
You came up with this tournament, rather this format, wanting the entire thing to finish in 3.5 hours.
Correct.
And there was 3 hours of buffer.
3 hours of buffer.
3 hours of buffer in a match that is supposed to end in 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. Madness, I tell
This
you.
is heights. I mean, I cannot even believe what I have just been seeing here.
See, Satish Bey, by the way, since we're about to resume, you can see the players going back. He has a question saying that don't you think the World Cup this year will be like 2021 where, the chasing team will have a chance due to the dew factor, batting first team will need to score 300 plus. Dew factor in October.
Dew factor, maybe.
Not
Up in the north,
that-
No, that's not that bad.
Not that much.
Honestly,
Siddharth.
I can tell you.
Where? Not in Delhi at this point.
Most of the dew tends to kick in around late November.
November, yeah.
So you might not have that much dew.
Because that's when the temperature drops. That's when
when
you're
the
looking at the
really
onset of this winters as well.
But
and that's where.
during a transition period, don't you get the dew? From
No, I will be more. Can I be honest with you? I'll be more about pollution.
Yeah, pollution, forget it. There is no solution to pollution when it comes to Delhi at this point.
There will be, because again, September, October, you're looking at when the 2016 edition of the T20 took place, right?
No,
Yeah.
it was much earlier.
No, was it? I don't know.
No, didn't it happen
March.
in,
No, it
before
wasn't
the
March.
IPL?
It happened.
February, March, wasn't it?
Let me
2016.
check.
Let's say, because I remember, especially the India-Windies game was definitely impacted because of dew.
At Wankhede.
At Wankhede.
But wasn't that February?
Let's
March?
just check that. Let's just check that.
I'm checking that.
I could be, but again, see, if it was February, don't remember.
Yeah, it was March, April.
March, April.
Yeah.
This is the first time you're hosting an ICC event in India in October.
Exactly. That is why I think that you'll see some very weird conditions, just like what happened with Australia last year. The conditions will up down.
Even this time again.
When did
see,
India host?
8th March to 3rd April.
Yeah, I remember because it was before the IPL.
Obviously, just before.
Yeah, so that is why. When was the Champions Trophy organized?
That was
2006.
July.
July?
I remember it well.
2006. No, that time to
2006.
IPL was a thing. Was it 6?
Champions Trophy. No, 17 I remember, not 2006. I'm not too sure.
Australia won. No, Australia won.
I don't
in
remember.
But 17th was held in the summer after the IPL.
Yeah, and that happened in July, I remember.
There's Lord starting off. Lord is going to start off.
I hope. Look at how big that patch is becoming. That's mad.
Yeah. Pretty soon all the grass will go away from the Ketarama. I'm pretty much sure of it. So Mohammad Rizwan and Fakhar
You know
Zaman
what? You'll actually see that patch till the final, perhaps, given whatever
It'll
repair
become bigger. It's already becoming
exactly.
bigger.
Given all the repair that's gone into it, there is no way you can cultivate grass now.
For one match, you are also destroying the novelty of the Ketarama. I'm really telling you. It's a real sad situation.
It'll need a good makeover after this tournament is done.
Why would you go for Shardul now?
Either you're not going to get rain. They're confident about that.
Nah,
That
it's still go
was-
for and it doesn't matter.
Safety
You have-
first.
Safety, exactly. I would rather bowl 9 overs and then if I see no rain, then bring Lord on. You know he'll get you wickets either which way.
When Lord comes, there'll be no rain.
He's been on the field for 2 days.
But he was not there while batting, right?
Go to the dugout.
He was in the dugout. Now he's on the field. It'll not rain that much. It was just a drizzle, by the way. That held up play for 1 hour.
Anyway, guys.
Yep. So we'll come back for, I don't know when. I'm not going to predict.
We will be back at
We'll be
some
back.
point. Yeah, just
I'm not predicting.
in case.
We're like the Terminator. We'll
in
be
case
back.
you are one of the new joinees to this big family of ours, a family that's grown over 205k now.
Yeah.
Do tap that bell icon, subscribe to us. Every time we go live, you will be notified if you do both those things. And lots of love from all of us here at Sports Today. Nikhil will join us after the match. He'll give you live updates. Possibly Sunny G as well. Thoughts of Sunny G also on Sports Today. You'll always get probably Harbhajan Singh as well. So lots to look forward to. Hopefully we have a result. We meet soon. Bye bye.